Hello, welcome to Blue Lizard Farm. When we first got started, there wasn't a lot of tools for specialty crop farmers, and we had to kind of adapt as we went along. Now, there's companies out there that are building equipment just for specialty crop producers. Let's go over some of the tools that work best for my operation. And it's a blade going this way, not this way, which is really important. And so after this, I just let it set and it'll dry out within a day. By tomorrow, we can rake this up and we could plant right away if we wanted, but we'll probably wait, try to get some weed germination out of it and then start again. And this evens everything out so that when it comes back even. And surprisingly, this one here, the mower broke, and before I got it repaired, this bed had moved or grown back. And you can see along the edges, the leaves are really larger than what we want, but this evens everything out. A good landscape rake is absolutely necessary for flattening your beds, and because when we go back over with the cutter when it's time to cut, if your cutter's turned or leaning, then it's cutting low on one side and cutting high on the other. So a flat bed from side to side is most important for your cutters. Broadfork, okay? And again, it's all about not disturbing the profile, but this will aerate up inside the soil. All right. So, and the nice thing is, for years we used the rototiller, and that compacted that soil like we talked about earlier, about 6 to 7 inches down to get this 2-inch thick compaction from the tiller hitting the soil and like a hammer pounding. And so this breaks that up. And all you're doing is just giving it a pull. You're coming out 6 to 12 inches. And you're doing it again. Okay? But we have pretty tough soil. And so...
Well, that's really breaking it up then.
Yeah, it just loosens it right up. And it also kind of gives you a chance to get down in the dirt, right? What is going on in my profile? So there's lots of roots from the previous crop. We want to see that. And they're down about 6 inches. Lots of root. This is always exciting to see. This is a root. And the plants secrete sugars, acids back down into the soil to change the profile. And that's a perfect example of those sugars. And those sugars also encourage bacteria, certain bacteria even, very specific. The plants can get very specific. And they're feeding that bacteria so that bacteria can make the changes that the plant wants or needs to meet its needs. And that's just all sugar. We got sulfur, and that's changing our pH. But the nice thing is that we're seeing these roots that's adding organic matter back to the soil, and that'll break down for the next crop. And the nice thing is that it's going to break down, and those nutrients that are in those roots, besides providing organic matter, those nutrients the plant has already captured, and it's going to go back in the soil as a useful nutrient and feed the microbes so that they can feed the plants. This is the Johnny Seeds Tillfer, and it has absolutely changed the way that I've grown. It only disturbs the 2 inches of soil, sets a perfect bed for planting. It works off of a a drill and batteries, which I use solar to charge. Zero carbon emissions. The main thing I think that it's done is we used to come in with the big tiller and till. And then every time we did that, we just get this flush of weeds that we have to fight with when we clean. And so when we're only disturbing 2 inches of soil, once you get rid of the weeds in that 2 inches, you're done. And it just saves us a lot of time. This is a must-have tool. I see a real need for solar, especially if you've got greenhouses. They function when there's light. The fans need to run to keep temperatures. And at nighttime, as soon as the sun goes down, all the fans shut off. So with solar, you can basically run those fans with a solar system and not have the cost of electricity. My greenhouses use about $50, $60, sometimes $100, depending on the level of heat that we have to cool them per month. And so you multiply that times 5 greenhouses, that's $300 to $500 a month, just on electric. But if you had a solar system, that would almost be zero. The Sutton Ag Greens Harvester runs on a 12-volt battery. I just have hooked a couple solar panels with a charge controller. I've never used anything but solar to charge that battery. I think I'm on my 3rd battery in 14 years. We can cut 200-300 pounds of greens on a battery, I think even more than that. When it's not being used, it's on the charger. Dun, 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 right? So in Nevada, we've got tumbleweeds and we've got tumble mustards and we've got kochia. And when they dry up, and this time of the year, when you make a pile, this pitchfork, you can move stuff, you can move the piles around, but it also works really good for breaking off the base of the plants so that you can remove them from where they're at. So a good pitchfork, besides Green Acres, is a great tool for the farm. If you like the content here, please subscribe. If you have questions, comment down below.